Everybody, and welcome to a new video. Today's video is going to be slightly different in so much as it is a comparison of luxury watch prices versus their Homage equivalents. Now, this video was going to start off as a state of the collection, but while I was going through my watch box, I realized that I actually have a lot of Homage watches. So what I wanted to do was take you through each of the watches in the, I suppose, the Homage category that I've got in my collection, and essentially show you what the price of the luxury version of that watch would be versus the Homage. Now, when I actually looked at things overall, there was a substantial amount of money invested if they were to be real ones. Again, this is just a little bit of fun, so anybody out there who's got a problem with Homages, just go to another channel. Like I say, this is just a bit of fun. So, without further ado, let's go through the watches one by one, and then we'll do a little bit of recap at the end of the video. So first one is the SteelDive 1958 models. I've purchased both the black bezel version and the green bezel version. Essentially 41mm Submariner clones containing a Seiko NH35A automatic movement. You have ceramic bezels, you've got extremely good lume, that's Cyclops crystal, sapphire crystal, solid end link with a very nice screwed bracelet, milled clasp. You're looking at, I think there or thereabouts, $122, something like that after some coupons, versus the Rolex versions, which respectively black dial, you're looking at $14,500, or if you want the green bezel version, you'd be looking at 15,200 Australian dollars. So you've got a massive price differential there. And like I say, you know, if you want to go and buy these watches, you're looking at a very substantial $29,700 for the Rolex versions. The SteelDive versions you can pick up for a total of $245, and that is essentially a saving of $27,244, or to put it in perspective, 0.83% of the cost of the Rolexes. You can buy both of these SteelDives. Okay, next up we've got the Pagani Design PD 1761. Now this is a homage to the Tissot PRX chronograph, and is essentially a mecha quartz movement inside. Sapphire crystal, you've got water resistance to 100 meters, very nice integrated bracelet, well finished, there's no sharp edges on it or anything like that. Very reliable, accurate watch at an extremely aggressive price point. Now, to put it into perspective, the Tissot PRX chronograph containing the 7750 automatic movement retails for 2,900 Australian dollars. The Pagani Design PD 1761 Homage, after coupons on AliExpress, retails for $118. So essentially a saving of $2,782, or you're paying 4% of the cost of the Tissot PRX by purchasing that Pagani Design Homage. Okay, so next up we've got another homage from Pagani Design. This time is a homage to the Rolex Explorer 2 GMT. The reference on this is PD 1762. Now the version that you're seeing here does contain the new Seiko NH34A GMT movement, so very reliable, quality automatic movement that's going to see you well for quite some time. The other major thing about this is the fact that they have reduced the diameter of this watch down to 40 mils, so it does not wear as much of a pie dish like the prior version, which I think was sitting at 41 mils. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. The other thing as well is they have actually finally managed to put decent lume on this watch. So there'll be some footage up for you so you can see what that lume looks like. But very good watch. Strangely enough, the Rolex version retails for $13,650, which, considering the fact that it's got a GMT complication, is actually cheaper than a Submariner. So pricing there is a little bit funny, but nonetheless, the Pagani Design version sits at $256, so a saving of $13,394, or in simple terms, the Pagani costs 1.9% of the Rolex Explorer 2. Okay, so next up we've got another watch from SteelDive, and this time it is the Seiko Willard Homage reference SD 1970. Now I would recommend this watch to every person who's starting out their Homage watch journey. It's a good, dependable watch, very, very solid piece. You've got excellent lume, that ceramic bezel, sapphire crystal, you've got 200 meters water resistance. Very comfortable. You can buy this watch in a wild array of different colours. You can get it on bracelet or strap. I've got it on the rubber strap here, but very good watch overall, and something that was actually my first Homage watch, and I just love it. The Seiko version retails there or thereabouts in Australia for just over $2,000. You can have the SteelDive version, including delivery, might I say, for $123. That is essentially a saving of just over $1,900. Or if you want to look in simple terms, you're paying less than 1% of the cost of the Seiko for that SteelDive. Back to Rolex Homages, and this time we're looking at the PD 1690 from Pagani Design, which is a homage to the Oyster Perpetual. Now the closest one that I can figure out on the website here is the Oyster Perpetual 41mm. This version from Pagani is actually a 40mm, but same specs as most of the Pagani range, 200 meters water resistance, you've got a sapphire crystal. Lume on this one is not too bad. You do have that Oyster bracelet, screw down crown, and you've got a very nice milled clasp. Now when we look at the price of the Rolex, you're looking at $9,050 actually, whereas the PD 1690 from Pagani is $150, again including delivery. Now that equates to a saving of almost $9,000, or essentially you're paying 1.7% of the cost of the Rolex to acquire that Pagani. Again, it does have that Seiko NH35A automatic movement, so very reliable. Next up we move to the Tudor Black Bay 58 Homage from San Martin. This is the SN008, a very nice watch indeed. Now truth be told, as my video review said, I'm not really a big fan of the Black Bay range, but this particular watch, and in particular that ceramic bezel, really did attract me. I'm really enjoying the watch. Again, the lume on this is absolutely amazing. I'll put some footage up for you to show you what that looks like. But a very good watch indeed, and something I'm really enjoying wearing. The finishing on the case is slightly above that of what I would expect from a Pagani, but the price does reflect that as well. So with that being said, the Tudor Black Bay typically retails for $5,590 over here in Australia. The San Martin SN008 retails for $307.50 after coupons or discounts. Essentially a saving of $5,200 or almost $5,300 actually, or you're paying about 5.5% of the cost of the Tudor to acquire the San Martin. Last but by no means least, we are back to another Rolex homage, and as you can see, it is a homage to the Rolex Cosmograph Daytona. Now this version is the reference PD 1644. It is again a mecha quartz powered movement. So it's the Seiko VK67 in this occasion. You can see there you do have a date window at the 4:30 position, and it's a 40mm diameter watch with sapphire crystal and 200 meters of water resistance. Really good watch for the price, in my opinion. You've got that lovely ceramic bezel. You do have screw down pushers and a screw down crown. Rolex, the Cosmograph Daytona, again, take this with a pinch of salt. $21,350 Australian is the retail or list on this from Rolex, so very difficult to get a hold of, and you're not going to be able to buy one at retail, quite frankly. The Pagani version, you're looking at the grand sum of $134 almost, a saving of $21,217, or equivalent of 0.6% for the Pagani, if you compare it to the retail price of that Rolex Daytona. Okay, so there you have it, guys. There is a substantial amount of watches there, and if we look at the total cost, if they were to be luxury watches, be looking at a shade over $83,000. Now, bear in mind that is just the retail rate. Obviously, for some of those Rolex versions, you're going to be paying a substantial premium because most of them you cannot get directly from a retailer unless you're on a waiting list or you perform some other kind of favor to get yourself up there and get that watch. In terms of the Homage watch collection cost, you're looking at $774 there or thereabouts. Putting that into perspective, it works out to be 0.92% of the cost of the luxury watch collection. Now, I'm not saying that the Homage watches are anywhere near the same quality or anything like that you know, people are going to pick up on. I'm not saying that at all. What I am trying to point out, though, is that you can build a watch collection at a very economical price point if you like that particular style of watch. And the beauty of Homages is you can get these watches you know, almost immediately. You don't need to wait for them. You don't need to save up by and large for them. You can enjoy them, you know, every other month or, you know, as your budget dictates. And like I say, they are good quality watches. They all contain Seiko automatic movements and they'll last you for, you know, a significant period of time. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do like the content, please, again, do subscribe. Other than that, I will see you in another video very shortly. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.